Hey Rosada, hey Joanna, hey Nicola. So cool to have you around. Thank you for coming.
Hi everyone. I'm sorry. I had my mic but yeah, thank you. I'm very excited to be here and hear everyone and introduce myself and talk a little bit about Kryptonica. So thank you Almond for the invite. And yeah, my name is Rosa, by the way, and I'm one of the team members of Kryptonica's DAO. And I'm sorry, I don't want to say anything else because I don't know if this is the right time. So yeah, I'm just saying hi.
Sure, thank you, Rosa. So great to have you here in the Kryptonicas team. I really admire the work that you do. So it would be really cool for you to be on Giveth, and I think that this is a great first introduction. So thanks for coming, and yeah, it's perfect. Hey Ashley, hey Nicola.
Hi everybody. Nice to be here. Good to see so many people, to have so many people in this call. All right, well, because we have a lot of things and exciting things to go through, let's just get started right away. I would love to just do kind of a round of like introduce yourself, maybe your name, and just a quick indication of kind of your intention of being here. You know, are you a project owner? Do you have a project? Is it already verified? Kind of where you are in the process as far as the verification goes. And then we can kind of get a feel for who's all here and make sure that we get everybody's needs met. So my name is Ashley. I'm a community manager here at Giveth, and I also help to lead project verification along with Nicola. And yeah, I'm excited to tell you guys all about it. I don't personally have a project, but I get to look at them all every day, and it's one of my favorite parts of my job. And I will pass it over to Nicola.
Thanks, Ashley, and hi, everyone. So nice to be here with you today. Welcome, welcome. I'm excited. So yeah, my name is Nicola. I work closely with Ashley pretty lot on the verification team. That's the biggest chunk of my work. And I'm here today to co-host and co-facilitate together with Ashley. And I do have a project actually on Giveth, which is also verified, and it's a very beautiful project that we have here on the ground in Costa Rica. And I'm excited to be part of this journey and being part of the verification team, and also having the experience on the other side and having verified project and experiencing the benefits coming out of it. And I'm going to pass it to maybe Ahmad.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Nicola. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you all today. My name is Ahmad, and I work with the Giveth comms team. And today I have an exciting course to share with you. It's a course that we worked on for the last few months. So I'll share more details about that soon. Like, I don't want to give it away too soon. So I don't have a project myself, but I do help projects all the time, similarly to everyone else here on the Giveth team. And honestly, I'm just super excited to meet all of you here today and see all of the cool projects that hopefully will be on Giveth soon. So yeah, it's super exciting. Let me pass it to someone that has a project. Let's see. Who wants to go next? Let's see.
I can go. This is
Yeah,
Max.
sure. Let me pass it on to you. Go ahead.
I'll say hi here in person. Hey, I'm Max. I do have a project. It's Eco Moyo. It's a school in Kenya that my cousin started about 8 years ago. And so I decided to make it a project on here as they're kind of going to be installing some solar on some buildings and things like that. And I just got verified yesterday. So thank you.
Yay. Maybe Humberto can go next.
I am Humberto. I have a project called Urbanica, which is a immersive activism school. And yes, I have experienced the verification process and constantly making updates to it. So then receiving the verification again, and always looking to support Giveth, because I really believe that this is the evolution of the gift economy, and that we need to incorporate different technologies and different approaches and knowledge from other on-field organizations to go forward. And well, very happy to share whatever it helps to promote more Giveth and the projects that are winning.
Thank you, Humberto.
Yeah, thanks so much. Let's see, who do we have
So
next? Maybe
I just did it. Oh yeah, Joanna also. Great.
yes,
Hello,
go for
everyone.
it.
I'm Nat. And she's Joanna. I don't know. She's just in my left. So yeah, we are from Crypto Murals. We are creating this some platform to bring graffiti as a public good. So we believe street art is a public good. So we are geolocating street art around the world. We are doing decoration. And we are creating this platform who is going to allow everyone to see that has been painted in the same wall. So we are here for that. We just get verified. We are happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. Any other project owners? Man, we got a lot of people in here. Maybe we should try to just introduce yourself and kind of like if you have a project and whether it's verified or not, just so everybody gets a chance. Go ahead, Joanna.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here. I already know some faces from DEF CON in Bogota, where we did our first geolocated visit. So yeah, we just got verified, and we're willing to collaborate with other projects and to know. I will love to know about other projects. Thank you for the space.
Thank you.
Awesome. Pass it to AMS.
This is
Ams,
Ams
are you there?
from Kryptonicas.
Yeah, she said
Yeah,
that.
I
Yeah.
chat talk, so that's fine. Thanks so much for letting us know. And maybe on to Bestape.
Hi, how's it going? I'm with LexDAO, and I just recently started the verification process for LexDAO, and LexDAO is the Legal Engineers Guild. We do quite a bit of open source software, especially where it's legal intensive stuff. So, like sweat equity tokens and escrow lockers, and we also help with legal structuring and stuff. So I personally run the clinic in LexDAO, and we help impact DAOs get legal services for really low costs or free, so that give them a leg up compared to the competition. So glad to be here and looking forward to the verification process. It's early for me. I haven't had my coffee yet. Thanks.
Yeah, application last night when I was looking. Let's pass it over to Rosada.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here with all of you guys. I've been hearing about this project, and it sounds like just amazing to be part of this community who's building such great opportunities for a lot of people who believes into Web3. So like I was saying before, my name is Rosa. I'm one of the team members of Kryptonicas DAO. Kryptonicas DAO is an amazing project who try to educate our people in Latin America, especially women and non-binary, about anything related to Web3. And definitely one of their goals is like to educate them and to make the this community to become builders of the Web3. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And like I said, I'm very excited to be part of this community and looking forward to start creating and making good relationships and to be part definitely to the project. Yeah.
Perfect. Is your project, have you already submitted your application, or where are you at in the verification process?
We're working on it. We are like a very level 1, let's put it like that. So yeah, hopefully we're gonna be part all of you soon.
Perfect. How about we hear from Anna?
Hello. Hey, I'm a little late, but very excited to be here, and thank you very much for inviting me. I'm co-founder with H. Besto, that is also on the call, of Urbanica, and we are creating an activism school. And at the moment, what we're doing is we have videos, immersive videos on Twitter, on our Twitter account, 0x Urbanica, and that we have done in collaboration with David Bollier. And every week we have a real life challenge that is uploaded on Questions, and we have a one-on-one quiz there that is related to the video we put up every week. So if you go there, you can get a skill badge and a collectible NFT. So yeah, we are at the moment working on this, and on the side building the main project, which is the activism school that is going to cover absolutely everything you need to become an activist. And we are targeting policymakers, entrepreneurs, and activists. So yeah, it's a good project that we saw that there is a need for it, and we hope that this whole package will help people to actually, well, make a change, you know. So I don't know if Humberto will maybe add something more later, but that's all.
I've already gone. Thank you.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
I always love hearing about your project and keeping up with the updates and everything. It's exciting. But we are kind of pushing time here, so maybe if the rest of you guys just wanted to drop in the chat and put whether you have a project and maybe where you are in the verification process, we'll just go ahead and jump in and announce this like new launch of our Project Owners 101 course. So I'll hand it off to a mod to take it from here.
Yeah, sure. Thanks so much, Ashley. Let me start by sharing my screen. So yeah. Alrighty. Can you all see my screen?
Yay.
Awesome. Okay. Really cool. Yeah. So as I mentioned a bit earlier, we've been working on this Project Owners 101 course for the last couple of months. And we basically wanted to streamline the process for anyone that wants to post a project on Giveth, to make it easier and to basically simplify all of the steps that we have. So we compiled this course for all of you to take, which of course is a completely free course. And this course basically has like a few things. It's a completely free course, like I said, that can help you succeed on Giveth. Its goal is to show you very practical steps that all of you can take, not only to post your project, but also how to get verified and how you can take part in Giveth itself. So there's a lot of things that you may not know. So for example, you could actually earn a lot of yield on Giveth itself on the platform if you keep your funds on Giveth. So we cover things like that. For example, we also cover how to offboard your funds. And I mean, basically, we just go in a lot of detail to help it and make it as easy as possible for you as a project if you want to succeed on Giveth. So there's 10 videos that are in this video series that have very practical steps that all of you can take. And it's open to anyone, even if you're someone that's new to Web3. There's, I mean, we basically walk you step by step. And if you're someone that's not new to Web3, if you've been in Web3 for a while, I think you'll still learn a lot from it, because we cover a lot of the things that are specific to Giveth that you may not be familiar with, even if you have been in Web3 for a while. Now, yeah, so like this course covers, in terms of its content, it covers what the benefits are of using Giveth, how you can make a project and get verified on Giveth. And project verification is something that we're going to talk about a little bit later in the session that we're having now. But if you would like a simplified version of this, you can also just go to this video series and yeah, like go through it. So if you ever get stuck on something, it's a super simple way for you to do that. We also cover how to offboard funds. So that's a major concern, especially for people that are new to Web3, is how do I get my funds all the way to my bank account? So we cover that in detail, and we even show you ways of doing this so you don't have to pay that much in gas fees. So there's a lot of different ways that you can basically withdraw funds, and we show you like a few of those ways. And we basically try to make it as simple as possible for all of you that have funds on Giveth. Next up is we have tips on how to reach your fundraising goals. So there's a few techniques that basically we'll show you in the course. Some of it is how to use your existing audience, and some of it is how to work with Giveth to actually boost your own projects. And then finally, we show some inspirational Giveth success stories. Some of the projects on Giveth have raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. So we show you some of the Giveth success stories. So hopefully all of you can also succeed on Giveth as well. So yeah, if you would like to start this course, I made a short link here. So all of you can go here, bit.ly/Giveth Projects 101. You could also find this by going on our social media. In Twitter, we just posted a thread on this yesterday that you can check out. You can also go to our YouTube channel as well. You'll find it there. So yeah, it's everywhere, and it's ready for all of you to start looking at. Now, I just wanted to cover a few of the topics in a little bit more detail to tell you what's in the course. So the first one is, like I said, we cover why you should look at Giveth or why you should consider using Giveth. So some of the things that we cover are why we think we're the best donation platform in the world. And part of the reason for that is, number one, we have zero fees. So we're a completely peer-to-peer donation platform. So when you donate funds to a project, they 100% go to the project. We don't take any of the fees at all. There's like not that many other donation platforms that can claim that. So we're very proud of that. Also, donors that donate to a verified project, which hopefully all of you will get verified at the end of this session, can get rewards for donating. So there's a program that we have called our Give Backs program that can actually reward donors for donating, which is really cool. It could be possible if the price of Give goes up, people could actually make money from donating. So it's like a first of its kind program where people could actually have a benefit for donating. Also, there's a lot of, and for us, we don't want you to only post on Giveth. If you want to post on other platforms, that's fine as well. But posting on Giveth opens up a new revenue stream for you, and it really puts you into this Web3 native audience that is really hard to find in other places. So, we think even if you have other places where you're raising money, we still think that it's beneficial to post on Giveth. And in a way, it's sort of like a way to future-proof your project and to basically get it ready for the new economy. And there's also ways for you to earn yield. So as I mentioned, on our platform itself, if you want to keep your funds on our platform, you can also earn yields on that. And you can also take part in the governance of Giveth. So you could give your opinion on Giveth and actually help us shape everything that we're doing. Now, project verification is a big thing that we're going to talk about a little bit later in this session today. But as I mentioned, this course itself has a few things related to project verification. So first of all, we talked about why you should consider getting verified. And like the two main reasons are you can participate in the Givebacks program, which basically lets your donors earn more for donating to your project. And it also helps you get more exposure. And so then we talked about how to get your project listed, how to get it verified, and how to streamline this whole process. I won't go into too much detail about this because, like I said, we're going to cover it a little bit later in the session today, but it is something that is covered in the course if you would ever like to go back to it. Next up, we cover how to succeed on Giveth. So we talk about things like how to help your project stand out on Giveth. So these are like our own best practices. We've seen literally thousands of projects being posted on Giveth, and we kind of have a sense of what makes a project succeed just by looking at so many of them. So we talk about some of our recommended best practices to help you stand out and to help you get more donations. So that's also something that we cover in detail in this course. We also talk about how to market your project, and that includes how to market it internally to your own audience and some of the best practices around that, and how Giveth can help you market your project. So, for example, we can help you by mentioning you on our social channels. We can highlight you in our own newsletter. We can highlight you in some of the calls that we do on Discord. So there's a bunch of ways that we can help you and basically, like make you more popular to help you get more donations. And then finally, there's a video at the end of this playlist, which is basically like a fundraising 101 workshop. So if anybody here is new to fundraising, or maybe you're kind of new to the nonprofit world, there's a very long video at the end that explains some of the mental frameworks for you to think about when it comes to fundraising and some of the best practices. And it's actually given by someone that has been working in the nonprofit world for a very long time. So I'm sure that all of you would benefit from this, even if you're someone that has been fundraising for a while. And so then we cover also how to offboard your funds. I mean, this is more relevant, if you're new to Web3, since, if you have been in Web3 for a while, then this wouldn't be that new to you. But if you're new to Web3 and you're wondering, how can I actually get my money out of Giveth? We cover that in detail and walk through all of the steps that are involved. We also tell you, as I mentioned, how to keep your funds on Giveth if you actually want to earn a yield on Giveth itself. So you don't have to withdraw them right away if you don't want to. You could actually stake them in the Give farm and actually earn more of a yield if you would like. But if you do want to withdraw your funds, we cover in detail how to take them from Giveth all the way to your bank account. And as I'm sure lots of you know, Giveth is currently on mainnet and Gnosis chain. So those are like the two main chains that we're currently on. So we cover, if you receive donations either on mainnet or on Gnosis chain, how to withdraw them. And we cover two main ways. Number one is, how to go from Gnosis chain onto mainnet, and then what are the steps involved in that. And then we also cover how to go from Gnosis to the Binance Smart Chain. So this is relevant, especially if you're new to Web3, to basically see this entire process. And so that's basically it on the course itself. As I mentioned, there's a link that I'll share with you here. It's on all of our social channels as well. Probably next week or the week after, we'll also have something for you to take, like a quiz, and then you could actually claim a POAP. So stay tuned for that. That'll probably be in a week or two. But for the time being, I recommend all of you just to go to the playlist and start going through all of these videos. And then, if you need any support, of course, all of us are always here to answer any questions that you might have. And that's pretty much it from my side. Does anyone have any questions? Okay. Awesome.
There are no questions for now. Thank you, Ahmad.
Cool. Yeah. So one more time, let me just put this up. If anyone wants to go to this course that I was just talking about, here's the link. And please feel free to check it out and let us know if you have any questions.
Thank you, Ahmad. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
thank
I just
you.
want to remind Ahmad already posted link to the YouTube course if you want to visit it later. Also, just a reminder, if you want to introduce yourself, post a link to your project, use the chat on the side. And it's really lovely to be here with you guys. I just want to ask if we can turn off our cameras because we have a full room, so maybe more people can join. And just a little break through this process, how we're going to go. Can I actually ask, please, for sharing screen? I will quickly introduce the verification process and why it's good to get verified. Then we will have a chance to go through the demo with Ashley. We touch the common reasons why projects gets rejected, and of course, open up space for questions and discussions. So I'd love to start just quickly with introducing what has been briefly mentioned before. Okay, I'm seeing the screen. Does anybody can see the screen?
Yeah, I see it.
Awesome. Thank you. So yeah, how Giveth makes use of the project verification. It's really mainly to ensure and review projects' legitimacy and to reward donors with givebacks program, which we can talk a little bit more later. But the main intention is just this is a really way to support for good projects that are making impact in the world and trying to make this world a better place. So why is it good to get verified and what are the benefits? We can move to the next slide, please. So as was mentioned, it's really to create a greater legitimacy for your project because we review your project in a way that we can confirm that you say you are, and you do whatever you say you do. And that allows you to build deeper trust and transparency with donors and really make your project stand out. And donors will be able to easily find you in our search engine by the category verification, verified projects. And one of the greatest benefits of it all is you become eligible for our givebacks program, which means that rewards, the givers who will donate to your project will get rewarded with givebacks, which they can use further into, in participating in gift economy, furthermore building project ranking, boosting power, give power, etc., etc. So yeah, this participation in givebacks program will greatly increase the likelihood of your project receiving donations. And here I would stop and give word to Ashley, and we can jump into the demo.
I don't know why, but I can't hear Ashley. Maybe she's having some troubles with her microphone.
Yeah, Ash, we see you are unmuted, but we don't hear you.
Yeah. So weird.
We give her a second, maybe she will come back. Yes.
Yeah, maybe we can make a little pause and ask if everyone has any questions around this. I know that some of the people that's here, like Sol Siete, for example, or like Region Friend, do not have a Giveth project yet posted in the platform. So I would really recommend and encourage you to check out the course that we just launched yesterday, the Giveth Project Owners 101. And you can follow step by step about how to upload your project in Giveth first, and then you can go straight to this process about verification that we're covering in this session, about the benefits of what project owners receive when getting verified is really, really great. The benefits that you can get from Giveth, and as Emad already mentioned, there's a video explaining this verification process as well that I actually made. So please check it out. And Ashley, I see you unmuted, but I don't know why your audio is not working.
Maybe she can exit and then come back. It solves it at the time.
Yeah, I think it would be better if you do that. Great. Yeah, so for the people that's new, thank you so much for coming. And yeah, as Emad was saying, the first step for getting into Giveth is by posting your project in the platform. First, you need to create an account, and then the second step would be to post your project. It's super important that in these step you put as much information as you have about your project. Maybe you put some pictures, maybe you put how are you actually going to use the fonts, all the info that you can provide, the more the better. So now I think Ashley is here, ready to with her mic. So go ahead, Ashley.
You hear me now?
Yay, we can hear you.
Oh, great. Oh my goodness. What timing. My computer just completely shut down. So the Giveth power is too much to handle. Okay, but I'm back. And so like I was saying, I made this really fun project to show you guys this demonstration. So first off, I'm going to come here to Giveth, sign in using my MetaMask wallet. Sorry, bear with me. I think it reset because of my computer. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. So here I can go into my account, sign in obviously because I switched my wallet, and I can see my project. So I made this really fun project. I don't know, hopefully you guys recognize these characters, but here it is. It's called Deedville Restoration. So here we go. I've created a great project description. I've added photos. I've got my project all set up. Basically, this is an effort to restore this city that has been exploited by big corporations. The last truffula tree has been chopped down. This is the problem that we are working to solve. We have identified 3 main problem areas. We need to focus on reforestation, water restoration, biodiversity. As you guys know, the brown barbaloots have left and the swami swans have flown away because the environment cannot support them anymore. And so I wrote this little story of somebody who has received the last seed of this type of tree, and they have been cultivating, caring for the seed, and they are working to restore this land. Got a nice plan laid out here of how they will clean up the water and restore biodiversity. I can show here the impact that the donations I receive are having, so that my donors know exactly how their money is affecting my project, how their donations are being used, and what the impact is of each of these donations being made. And of course, links to external sources, which is always great for people to find out more about your project. So without further ado, let's start the verification process. I'll click here on this button, verify your project. This is going to give me a little overview of project verification in the GiveBacks program, kind of an idea of what I'll need to provide. And then I can proceed here to the application. Again, before I start, you learn a little bit about givebacks. For those of you that don't know, the givebacks program is a program that we have that rewards donors with give tokens anytime they donate to a verified project. So one of the benefits of your project being verified is that your donors will get givebacks for donating. And just like information here, this document can provide you with kind of an overview of the process in more detail, the rounds, and how like a lot of the granular level of how the process works. So now that I'm informed, I need to verify that I am who I say I am and that I'm actually representing this project. So I'll verify my email. I created this temporary email. Let's see. Oh no. It's not gonna work, is it? There we go. Yay, it did work. Oh no, maybe it didn't. Okay. Sorry, you guys. Yay, look at that. My email has been verified. So now I can go back to the verification. And now we've come to the part for attaching my social media accounts. This is really important because then this allows the team to make sure that you're actually a representative of this project and you're not just claiming to be part of the project to receive funds or that you're trying to fraud us in some way. So any and all connections that you want to make are very helpful for the team. And then coming up, so then we can start to get into the information about your project. It's not required that your project is part of a registered nonprofit organization or that you're a legal entity in any way. It is very helpful for the team. So if you are registered as a nonprofit, this really gives us a good amount of information about what your intention is, as well as how the funds are used. You've already jumped through all the hoops, and so have kind of been pre-vetted, and we know you have a reputation at stake. So if you are registered and you're filling this out, you want to put in the name that your organization is under. I'm just going to put in some information here. Obviously, provide the country in which you're registered. I'll say United States because it's easy to look up. And now this is a really important part, to provide a link to your country's government registry, because Google will bring up all sorts of different registries. So it's nice to have a link right to that. And Giveth, we have projects all over the world. So looking up all these different registries in different countries, it's really helpful to have a link. So I have a link here for the United States one, and you can put that in. I'll just put something in here. It's something like this. If you don't have a link, you can provide a document, and that can be sufficient as well. Like I said, the link is really helpful though. If you're not a part of a registered nonprofit organization, this is where we really ask that you let us know like how your organization is structured. Are you a DAO? Or how are the funds collectively used within your organization? What is the intention and the impact that you want to create? Are you aligned with a nonprofit structure, even if you're not legally registered that way, or kind of as much information as you can give, as always. But again, it's not required to be legally registered. Okay, now before we asked for personal social media, in this section, we're asking for your project social media. So any social media accounts that are owned by the organization or project that you're applying for. And this gives the team a great idea of the activity that's happening within your project, who's involved with the project, the following that you have. It allows us to see if evidence of action within the project. So as much information here and as many as you want to link would be super helpful to complete the application. And then this part right here is I will say the most number one reason why applications get denied is because we need, in order to ensure that you actually represent this organization, in order to ensure that I am Ted Wiggins and I actually represent Thneedville Restoration, I need to post from a social media account owned by this organization, by Thneedville Restoration or whichever nonprofit is in charge of the project, to publicly acknowledge that I'm actually collecting funds on Giveth. And this is to ensure that this organization knows that funds are being collected for it. They are acknowledging that they do actually own this project on Giveth. And this is our number one way to verify the identity of the applicant and the organization and the relation between the Giveth project and that organization. So number one reason why people miss this. So what you would want to do here is post a link to your social media, whether that be Twitter or Facebook, even a link on your website of the project. You can put a link, donate to our project on Giveth right on your website. Any way that your organization can publicly state that they own the project, then they provide us a link here to that social media post. So if I posted something on Twitter, then I could put that here. And then I will be able to see it when I review your application. All right, now that we have your personal information and your project's information, we kind of want to hear about your story. You know, what is your mission? How does it align with creating positive change in the world? When were you founded? What have you achieved so far? How long has it been around? And in that much time, what kind of problems have you solved and impact have you created in the world? So these questions are coming from a place of wanting to know more about the project. Tell here about the mission. We want to plant more trees and restore biodiversity. We've already planted 50 trees, something like this, you know, this kind of information. Maybe now species are starting to appear and come back, yada yada. I think you guys get the idea. And if you want to upload any kind of like evidence, whether it be photos or videos or links, provide links to any of this type of evidence is always greatly appreciated as well. And then the last question here comes to, how does your organization manage its funds? In the Givebacks program, Giveth really wants to reward donors who are donating to projects that are having positive impact in the world or providing some sort of public good, creating social impact, environmental impact, something like this. And these are the donors that we want to reward, the donors that are funding these types of projects. So we need to know that the funds that you are collecting on Giveth are being used for public benefit and not for personal gain. So we ask here that you add some detailed funding or budget information, an action plan of your project. What are the funds going to be used for? And maybe kind of an overall roadmap or outline of how you will use those funds, so that we can ensure that they're actually going towards creating public goods. And then here at the bottom, it's kind of just asking for any addresses, Ethereum wallet addresses that are used for managing funds within your project. And you can add an address here. You can choose which chain you collect the funds on. And maybe this address is used for purchasing supplies. And maybe another address is used for paying salaries or something like this, so that we kind of have an idea of how the funds circulate within your project in the crypto space and on the blockchain. So that's the idea here. And now we're getting towards the end. Oops, I should put something in here. Okay, and here we just need you to sign and accept all of our terms and conditions. Basically, once again, stating and pledging that the funds that you raise will be used for public benefit and not for personal gain, and that you know that we will be analyzing all donations for fraud or abuse. And if we have any reason to suspect that you are abusing the system, that you understand you might lose your verified status and your donors might not receive givebacks for that round, and that we, if it comes down to it, could share any evidence of this fraud publicly. And we do have graduated sanctions, just to say we're not going to just out you on on social media for being a fraud or anything. First steps, we would obviously contact you and ask some questions and things like this. So don't expect that we're just going to revoke the badge. We do want to have some sort of graduated sanctions here. And then we also want the acknowledgement that you will only accept new and external donations through Giveth. So we don't want to see that you're recirculating funds through Giveth, you're receiving, funds from your project and then sending it to another wallet and sending it back to your project to get givebacks. So this type of activity is considered unscrupulous activity and fraudulent. So only first touch donations will count for givebacks. One donation can only receive givebacks one time, if that makes sense to you guys. And this is just accepting all of these things, clicking finish, and here my application has now been submitted. So let's see. I'm sorry, that was kind of a lot to take in, you guys. Let me come back to the call. Where's the slides? Here we go. Yeah, so that's the demo. That's how you apply. And I just wanted to highlight here again, just the most common reasons why applications get rejected. And the first one here is not providing proof that the project is owned by the person or organization it claims to be. And this is that social media post that I was talking about in the application process. So this is like the number one reason. The number two reason for projects getting rejected is maybe they're brand new, they just started, it's an idea, they don't have enough skin in the game to ensure that you wouldn't take advantage of the givebacks program and that you're actually going to do what you say you will with the funds. The third reason is just sometimes people fill out the application and they don't really give us information about what they plan to use the funds for. And this is a very important piece of information that we need. So if your application is lacking clear information about what the donated funds will be used for, chances are your application will be rejected. And then last but not least, we really need for the projects that are verified to have some sort of history or evidence of completed milestones that your project has already taken action or completed. So we don't really verify like a brand new idea or a startup or any project that doesn't really have some history of action. So maybe your project is a little bit too young, you haven't quite reached some of your roadmap milestones yet. That doesn't mean that you can't get verified in the future. It just means that we need to see a little bit more history behind the project before we can verify it. So these are the main reasons why applications get rejected. So I would love to just kind of open it up to any questions that anybody might have after watching that process. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you. I was just wondering if, well, we now went through actually how to open an account, how to post a project, and what's the process of getting verified. But maybe this is something that you have planned to talk a little bit more, maybe right now. But what would be the benefits, or why should a project get verified? Like, what is good that a project get verified on Giveth?
Yeah, I can go back to that. I think Nicola touched on those before in the slides before me, right? There should be some benefits here on this slide. Was there any that I missed or that we missed that you can think of?
Maybe how the give backs program works, meaning like when a project gets verified, that means that people donating to that specific project with which will actually receive give back when donating. But when these people is going to receive the give, or how does that work? Like, what's the cycle of give backs?
Yeah, sure. I can talk about that a little bit. So, like we said, once your project is verified, you are then active in our Givebacks program, and anybody who donates to your project will receive give in return for donating. So they are encouraged to donate to your project. We're rewarding them to donate to your project. The Givebacks run in 2-week rounds, and I can put here a link in the chat to the Givebacks page where you can like see the live rounds and as they update. And so you can see like the current round that we're in, and a little bit of explanation there. There's links to the documentation that actually go more into how the percentages are figured and stuff. But as it is right now, your donors will receive up to 75% of their donation back in give tokens. And this number is based on the fact that GiveBacks has 1 million give tokens for each round. And so depending on the value of the give token at the time and how many donations were made in that round can vary that factor, but the max give factor that you would receive is up to 75% of your donation back in give tokens. And at the beginning, some of those are available right away, and then you also get some right away and some in your Give stream, and it goes to increasing your flow rate. I hope that makes sense. And I know that the Givebacks program has a lot of moving parts and stuff, but I did put the link there, so please feel free to check that out. And our docs also have information about it as well, and I can post that link too. Was there any other questions from maybe some of the project owners as I went through the application? Was there anything that didn't make sense or that you need clarification on?
Very good.
Uh, hey, no, for me it was pretty clear. It's just like to encourage people to donate and everything. I would like to know more details about that. Like in the introduction, you tell us and you don't the other person that did the introduction at the beginning tell us that maybe Giveth could be like a nice partner because our project could be like how do you say this, like mise en avant like take it in the like in the list, just showed it like this project has a nice impact or something like that. How that works actually, how, like, I know if I keep updating the project it could be like augmented the possibilities to show our project, but is there any other like tips that you can give us? Because the givebacks, I guess not all of our community knows how to use it or how to get it actually. So maybe we are thinking to teach, actually we have to teach our community on how to do the donations on Give It and then how to use givebacks. So it will be nice if you can explain us a little bit more around how also our project will be like show it in the Give It platform or in the Twitter and the social media in general.
Yeah.
If it's possible.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course. We love to feature our newly verified projects. Each round, we usually do a tweet thread that features all the newly verified projects that round. So that's one way that you get featured right away as soon as you're verified. And as well as that, like Nicola said, I mean, if I'm a donor and I want to go and if I'm looking to donate because I want to receive givebacks or something, and I'm just looking at the projects that will give me givebacks, there's a list that I can go to that's just all verified projects, so I can easily like find your project in that list. And then, just to highlight on some other benefits as well as the Givebacks program, we have other communities that come in often. And recently we had a refi project come in. They're doing an NFT auction and they wanted to donate the proceeds of their NFT auction to Giveth Projects that were focused on restoration and on conservation and stuff. And so like environmental impact projects. And so they came and they looked at all the verified projects and chose the ones that were focused on environmental impact and the ones that were shared within their campaign. And so those projects were then received benefits because they were verified projects on Giveth. So there are outside communities that come in that want to also highlight verified projects on Giveth. We're working on implementing like a program with Panvala that would also provide extra benefits to verified projects on Giveth. So even outside of the Givebacks program, there are more benefits to becoming a verified project. And in regards to like how to donate and having these types of like workshops, every Wednesday at this time, we have an AMA call and anybody can come and join if they have questions on how to donate. I would be happy to put together like a little session of just like teaching people how to donate, come bring one XDAI with you and we'll donate it to a project, help you create a profile in this type of, and kind of like go into more detail that way if we wanted to do kind of a beginner course. So I'd be happy to help facilitate something like that. I think and how else do we feature projects? We have Meet the Makers events where we do a theme. We're going to have one at the end of this month around mental health. and we reach out to a few verified projects that are kind of under that umbrella, and then we have an event where they come, they can present their project to donors. So we kind of like provide this platform, call in donors to come and get some eyes on your project. You can present your project and hopefully get some donations, or at least more eyes on your project that way. We've done blog posts in the past, or even like cross communication promotion between partnership type of projects that are on our platform that we can collaborate with. So I think that we're always really open to collaborating and putting some sort of eyes on the projects, but really the first step is getting to know.
I think Ashley dropped off. Yeah, I would just add to that. I mean, number one is yes, definitely get verified. That definitely helps you get ranked higher on Giveth. So that would be like the first recommendation is just try to get verified. And then that helps you on the platform. And then we also mention on social media every round that new projects get verified. So you'll get mentioned on our social platforms. Also, just in general, as a tip, feel free to always and tag us online. We're always looking for success stories. So anytime that you tag us, there's a high chance that we'll also share it as well. So yeah, I mean, we always love to hear from projects. So feel free just to tag us as well.
Yeah, and I dropped in the chat
Okay,
link for
awesome.
Meet
Really
the Makers
helpful.
type.
Thank you.
Anyone who's interested to be featured in Meet
Right.
the Makers, feel free to fill in the type form that I just dropped in the chat. And once the team that is close to the team that you're working on, we might feature and invite you. Back to you,
Awesome.
Ash.
Thank you. Very helpful.
Yeah, sorry. I hope I hope we're still moving smoothly, even though my internet connection doesn't seem to want to. Did you have another question, Max?
No, I'm saying it was perfect. Yeah, thanks so much. I'll check all this information, and also tomorrow we will be participating in one of these sessions. So I guess like little by little, I get used to. Thanks so much to all of you.
Yeah,
Yay.
no problem. And with the last few minutes of the call, I just kind of wanted to brush on a couple of things that we missed, and it's not super important, but I want you to know what's next after you've submitted your application. So after you've submitted your application, you should receive an email from the team with the decision within 2 weeks at the very most. Most of the times it's within a week or less, but just to make sure that all of our T's are crossed and I's are dotted, we will guarantee within 2 weeks. And then I just wanted to highlight some of the ways down here to some of the things not to do so to not get your verification status revoked. We do require that you update your project frequently. So we want you to put like quarterly updates, hopefully with some sort of like photos or video or media to show like where you are in the process and share your story with people, be accountable for where the funds are going. So, and then that's like the maintenance part of it. And then just a couple of like disqualifying factors that could get your verification status revoked is you just don't ever offer goods or services to donors in exchange for their donations. Don't ever recirculate your donations raised by other means or within your project. Use your funds for what it is expressed in the project page or submitted verification application. And please don't participate in any unscrupulous or fraudulent activity. We do reviews every round. So if your project is flagged, you could easily lose your status, and I would hate to see that happen. So that's the bulk of it. And I'm so glad that you guys came. I know we're coming up at the end of the hour here. So I want to respect everybody's time. But if there's one more question, we could probably take it.
I just want to emphasize the importance that people actually add updates to your projects, and it's pretty cool because when a project actually submit an update, your donors and your community are going to receive an email saying that you just posted an update. So we really encourage you to do that, because remember that that's one of the factors that may make your your project lose your verification status, and we don't want that to happen. So yeah, thank you so much, Ashley, Nicola, Ahmad, and everyone that come today. This is just like the first step for some of you, I know, to start your adventure and your trip at Giveth, and we would love to help you. For some of you to post your project, and for some others to promote your project. So yeah, we're going to be doing more of these like theme sessions for people that want to start on Giveth. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for coming today. It was great to see so many friends.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, so good to
Take
see you
care.
guys.
Nice
And
meeting
every
you
week
all.
AMA, so feel free to come back same time, same place every week. And if you have any further questions, feel free to DM me or in the support channel, project onboarding channel. Reach out in a channel if you need us, and we're here to support you. Thanks so much for coming, you guys.